Hello, this is Mr. Hassel again with another music theory lesson. Today we're on lesson 36 of Unit 9. You remember from our last lesson we talked about perfect and major intervals, and we learned that the intervals of the unison, fourth, fifth, and octave are all called perfect, whereas seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths are all called major. These are called diatonic intervals because they naturally occur within the key signature. You don't have to add any accidentals. Well, today we're going to learn about some minor intervals. When the interval between two notes of a major interval, a second, third, sixth, or seventh, is decreased by a half step, they become minor intervals. For example, a major third becomes a minor third when decreased by a half step. A small letter M is used to signify a minor interval. Only major intervals may be made into minor intervals. Perfect intervals may not. You can't have a minor fourth or a minor fifth. Those are perfect. So the only ones that can be made minor are seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths. So let's talk about seconds. Here we have a C to a D, which we learned last time is a major second. If we lower that top note by a half step to a D flat, it becomes a minor second. Here's an F to G is a major second. An F to a G flat is a minor second. A G to an A, major second. G to A flat, minor second. Let's talk about thirds next. In the bass clef, a C up to an E is a major third. If we lower that note by a half step to an E flat, that makes it a minor third. An F to an A is a major third. An F to an A flat is a minor third. In the key of G, a G to a B is a major third, and a G to a B flat is a minor third. Sixths, a C to an A is a major sixth, notice the uppercase M. A C to an A flat is a minor sixth, lowercase m. An F to a D is a major sixth. An F to a D flat is a minor sixth. Sevenths, a C up to a B is a major seventh, and a C to a B flat is a minor seventh. And you understand the process. So only seconds, thirds, and sixths, and sevenths can be made minor. Perfect intervals may not be major or minor. All right, number one, we're going to name the interval. The first one here is a minor sixth. This one would be an F to a G flat would be a minor second. A G to a B flat would be a minor third. Now be careful on this next one, it's a little bit tricky. You always have to think of the bottom note as being do, or you're in that key. So this bottom note is on G. So if we're in the key of G, the key of G has one sharp, F sharp. So because this is not an F sharp, it has been lowered to an F natural, so that's why it is a minor seventh, even though there's not a flat there. Because naturally in a G major scale, it would have to be an F sharp. Since the sharp's not there, we've lowered it, so that makes it a minor seventh. That can be a little bit tricky sometimes. A C to an E flat is a minor third. An F up to an E flat is a minor seventh. A G to an E flat is a minor sixth. And a C to a D flat is a minor second. Number two, we're going to write the note above the given note to complete the harmonic interval. So we need a minor third above F. That would be an A flat. A minor sixth above C would be an A flat. A minor second above G would be an A flat, and the accidental goes over here. A minor seventh above C would be a B flat. A minor second above F would be a G flat. A minor sixth above G would be an E flat. A minor third above C would be an E flat. And a minor seventh above F would be an E flat. Number 5, it says, name the intervals indicating whether they are perfect, major, or minor. So here we have a perfect fifth. This next one would be a major seventh. This one would be a 3, 5, 6 major sixth. Sorry, I made a mistake there. I should have used an uppercase M. There we go. This one is a major third. This one is a minor seventh. This one is a perfect fourth. This one would be a minor third, F up to A flat. And then a C up to A flat would be a minor sixth. This concludes today's lesson. Thank you for listening.